Good morning, students. Welcome to online session of Social Sciences. Till previous class, we have studied about various features of institutional representation of democracy. In that, we have studied adult franchise. It is the right to vote enjoyed by every adult citizen of a country. Then we have studied about election. An election is a contest among political parties for getting their representative elected. Next, we have studied about freedom of expression. Meaning of freedom of expression is a situation or climate where citizens have the right to freely express their respective opinions. Vigilant citizens we have studied, that is, those citizens who are conscious of their rights and duties. And in today's class, we are going to deal with the rest of the topics. First of all, we are having representative democracy. Now, meaning of representative democracy is a democracy in which people elect representative to work on their behalf is called a representative democracy. In a simple words, we can say when the democracy, they are electing a person, and that particular person that will be elected by the votes of citizens, and that person will represent all the work of the citizen on behalf of them. Now, in this representative democracy, there are political parties, and what the work these political parties are doing, they are putting up a candidate for election. Now, after seeing that particular candidate, the citizens, they will use their knowledge, and according to their knowledge, they will elect that particular candidate. Now, these parties, they explain their representative program. This is one of the first role of representative that political parties. They will, whatever work and whatever program they are having for their government till the date, they will explain that particular program to the citizens. Second, they form a link between the people and the government. Means these political parties, they are doing a work of link between people and government. Which kind of link is there? That political parties, they are knowing about the problems of people, and they are giving that feedback to the government. And when that government, if any program that government is going to start, its information will be given through this political parties to the people. So in both manner, this political party, it is playing a kind of link between the people and the government. The third work that political party is doing, that is organizing the public opinion on various issues facing the country. Means as many people are not very aware and not having that much knowledge, so that they can decide on take any kind of opinion. So these political parties, they are making that people aware of this kind of problem. And third, and the fourth and the main role of that political party is to stand in the support of that ruling government, or they can oppose the ruling government if that any work that ruling government is doing. So these political parties, they can support that particular work, or they can stand against that particular work. Now parties form government. Now here is that system which is given how that party can form a government. The political party that wins a majority of seats in a legislature is entitled to form the government. Here two words will be used. First is majority and second is minority. Majority means suppose 100 votes are there, 100 seats are there. Okay. If two parties are there, party A and party B. If a party A, they have got 60 seats out of 100, and another party, means party B, they are having only 40 seats. So here the majority means the party or the part or the group which are having maximum number of votes there. So that will be considered majority, and another party which is having less seats, let's vote, they will be considered as minority. So here that party who is having that majority seat, that will be the that ruling party. Now, this representative democracy is one sense means rule of the majority representative belonging to the political party or parties. Now, what happened in this political democracy? It is also called the rule of majority representative. Why? Because here the party which is having majority only, that particular party is making government here. Now the other candidates, those who are belonging to another party as minority, they will play the role of opposition in the legislature. Next is coalition government. Now sometimes there is no single political party in the majority, so two or more political parties come together and they make a government. Now this kind of government, which is one formed by more than one political party, is called coalition government. In other words, we can understand like this: it is not a single party. When a single party not wins a clear majority, then more than one party or together they form the government. This government is called coalition government. Let's understand with the help of example. Suppose there are 100 seats, and for this majority, more than half of that seats should be won by one party. But if it is not like that, and one party is not able to make that government, so here more than two or more than two political party will be needed. So they will come together and they will make a government here. One example it is given here: United Progressive Alliance. Another is NDA, National Democratic Alliance. Representative government works like a pair of scissors. Now as majority is there, so majority rule doesn't mean that they will suppress the views of minority. Why? Because the democracy is considered as the government which is based on the discussion and the debate. Now it is expected that those in power should carefully weigh the argument of the opposition. Means here majority and the minority, they both have to carefully listen, and that majority especially, they have to listen the points and the opinions of minority they are and the arguments of the opposition. Now the leader of that opposition is as good as the leader of the party and parties in power. Means if it is not like that the leaders, those who are belonging to majority, they are the only good leaders. No, the leaders, those who are belonging to minority, also they are considered as good leader. Why? Because they are also having the full knowledge regarding the election, the problems that country is facing, and their views on the basis of they can sort out this problem. Now the main aim of democracy is to do the greatest good to the greatest number. Meaning of this sentence, that aim of democracy is to do the greatest good. Greatest means that maximum good that a democracy can do. To whom? To greatest number. Greatest number here means maximum number of people. So main aim is this only: they have to do the maximum good work they can do to the maximum number of citizens. Now this both party, that party which is in rule and another which is in opposition, they both have to work for the welfare of the country together. Now if they will think that they can go against the large interest of country, so it will not be like that. Why? Because they both are dependent on the election, that votes of their citizens. Now they have to raise themselves above the petty party consideration. Petty means that small and little important elements. If the majority and the minority parties both they will consider that party consideration, then they will not going to work properly. What they have to do, they have to do each and every kind of work that will be good or favorable for the citizen of the country. Now it is also said that representative government works like a pair of scissors with its two blades. Here one picture is given. Here you can see the scissor of democracy has been shown. So in this, like every scissor, here also two blades are there. First, that is in power, and second is in opposition. In power means that political parties which are in power, those who are ruling. Another blade that is showing the political parties in opposition. So these both blades are compulsory or necessary to do its work. In same manner, that political party and opposition party, they both have to work in a corporation. They both have to work together so that the democracy of country would be a success. Political parties are found every country of the world these days, and they have special importance in democratic system. Some of that importance of this political parties are, first, that these political parties organize the people. How they are organizing? They are organizing the thoughts of people. Second, they are spreading political education among them. Political education means which are the different issues that country is facing and what the citizens can do to eradicate that kind of problems. All this kind of education will be, and what the ruling party is doing, what are the drawbacks of the ruling party. So all merits and demerits of the ruling party and other information that is related to political, that is spreading to the people. Third is prepare the people for election. How they are preparing the people for election means whichever problems are there that is faced, that citizens are facing, that problems will be known to the people. And as ruling party is there, each and every information regarding the ruling party will be given to the citizen, so that citizen can decide whether that ruling party or that government they are doing their work properly or not. Fields representative, the leaders or that people, they are seeing that all the work whether the government are doing or not. The form of government, which kind of form government is there, how they are working, how they are helping the people, which kind of information and which kind of program that government is introducing, all information will be given to people. Next, they make government responsible and act as a link between the people and government. Now if any issue is there, so they are finding out how that government is responsible for that particular problem or issue, and these political parties, they are playing a role of link between the people and the government. How? If any problem is there, that problem will be known by the government through the political parties, and if that government they are introducing any policy or program, so that will be conveyed to the people through political parties. Now that is why political parties are called lifeblood of democracy, because without political party, whatever work is going on in the democracy or whatever the essentials of democracy, that will not be achieved. The political parties occupy an important place in constitutional system of every country. So what are the role that role they are playing? First, this political party as an organized group of people they all together come to achieve certain common goal. And under that they are having that first role is they seek to capture governmental power by constitutional method. Means whenever these political parties they are doing any work, they are trying to capture or tell the governmental power with the help of constitutional methods. Means methods which are already described in the Constitution of India. Second is they make promises to would-be voters. Which kind of promises they are making? Promises that they are going to make in the future. And would-be voters means those who are going to cast their votes to elect an government. Now when printed, these